How you doing, guys? Big MacLeod here today, back once again with another episode
of Waaaghammer, Thoughty.
Merda. You may be wondering why I've got all this stuff out in front of me for this episode, and you can see a little bit more of my cabinets than normal. You can see what's on top of them. Well, it's because I want to be able to point to things, various projects that I've started over the years. So last night, as I record this video, which was Sunday night just gone, I took part in a live stream with Scarney on his channel Plastic Crack Gaming. Make sure you check it out. I'll pop a link in the description below. Yeah, I took part in his hobby hangout stream and I was painting this. Now this is a project I started a little while ago. We got onto the subject of community challenges in general. I started this for a community challenge, which was the Big Mac build competition, and it was for a small vehicle, so I converted a Redemptor Dreadnought into a Squig Dread. And I took apart from another kit, stuck it on the back as a tail with a claw on it. It's got a couple of flamers on there, very nice. A lot of creative thought went into it, and creative thought on posing and how to get the most out of the kit and stuff like that. And the same goes for projects like this and various other projects. Now, community challenges and community competitions, they're a really good way to encourage creativity, and I don't want to sound too negative about them in this video. I don't want you to think I'm being negative about them, because they're fantastic. I've started loads of projects over the years because of community challenges, and sometimes those projects don't get finished. So there's some finished projects here I can point to, like this pyramid here. I built this for a Frost and Fists community challenge, or competition, I think it was. Yeah, it was a trash terrain. Turn your terrain into trash. Turn your trash into terrain, like your terrain into trash. That's easy. You just pick it up and chuck it in the bin. So it was a trash terrain competition. Turn your trash into terrain. So I took what I needed, chopped it all up into the right shapes, and then built it into a glass pyramid of Prospero, albeit on a pretty small scale. And then there's this. The bridge I built for Idic Beer's Terrain Square Bridge competition a couple of years ago. Now this was part of a bigger project I had in mind, but I wanted to get that built for Idic Beer's competition. The bigger project I had in mind involved this pyramid here, this bigger pyramid you see. I hope it's in shot. If not, I'll pop a picture up here. But yeah, it's this pyramid. It's something I've never got around to finishing, and that was a couple of years ago that competition was running. Now, whilst it encouraged my creativity, it made me build a bridge and also some steps in the cabinet here behind me. It stopped whatever I was working on at the time, because I wanted to try and drive towards getting that project finished in order to get the competition entry in. And when that competition was over, I had no drive left to finish this pyramid. And there can be, whilst community challenges and competitions and giveaways and stuff like that can be really fun to take part in and really great for encouraging creativity, they can also sidetrack you from the project you're working on. I find sometimes when I'm working on a project and I run into a hurdle, like I don't know what part to use next to add to a kit, like take this as a prime example. I'm not sure how to finish this Gorkanaut / Morkanaut Stomper thing off. It's a drop pod that I converted. I put a Stomper head on it, a load of plastic card to build a shape. It's got legs built out of McDonald's, spoons, and then a load of drop pod parts sort of glued onto the side, and Imperial scenery glued onto the side to make it look like a looted drop pod Gorkanaut / Morkanaut. It's a bit bigger than the Gorkanaut you see here, but yeah, I've never really got around to finishing that project because I'm not sure where to go next with it. The obvious thing, I want it to look good. I don't want it to look like I've made it out of rubbish. And in order to do that, I have to sit down and just work on that solely, instead of being distracted by other projects. I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying that community projects are a bad thing. They're fantastic. If you've got nothing on, they're amazing, especially because You might be in a bit of a hobby lull because you've not felt that creative spark for a while, and they may get your imagination going on what you could build if it's a small vehicle building competition, like for this this squid dread that I built. You might think, well, I could just take one of the Outrider vehicles from the Gene Stealer Cult range and make it all orky, make it into a Boomdacker Snazwagon or something like that. Or I could just take the Rock Grinder. The Rock Grinder's prime for looting for an orc army, or just an Imperial tank, or get an Imperial tank off eBay that's been badly painted by someone and badly treated, and then just take the tracks off the side, use them on your own truck, and mash a load of kits together to make a fantastic vehicle. Don't let these insidious thoughts go any further. Now you'll notice I've let my thoughts run away with myself in this video, and the ideas are turning cogs in my brain that are getting me excited about projects that I haven't started yet. But the ultimate message of this video is to say, finish the projects that you're working on. Now, by all means, pause those projects. If you think it's going to be beneficial to you and your hobby to start a new project and work on a collaborative effort in the community or in a community challenge, then by all means take part in these community challenges. They are fantastic for your creativity. However, if you've got projects that are unfinished, and like me, you've got tons of projects that are unfinished, try your best to work on them as much as, if not more than, starting new community projects. Because the community projects, like I said, they're a brilliant thing overall, but you have to get stuff finished. There's stuff I've seen from other channels in the past, the Nerd Life in particular. He shared a lot of stuff on Facebook in the past about finished not perfect, and that's the approach I was taking with my Imperial Fists. When contrast paints came out, it was like a godsend to me. My Imperial Fists and my Death Guard, I decided, right, I'm just going to paint them with contrast paints rather than take my time highlighting them, layering them, and all those sorts of things. I'll just slap on the contrast paint, get them to a tabletop standard, and I've had 7 tutorial videos up because of that, and I'm constantly painting more miniatures in a simple way to get those projects finished. Now, there's more extensive projects that take more of your time, more of your dedication, conversion projects and stuff like that. Now, they can, if you constantly start new ones, you're never likely to finish the old ones that you already had started. So it's worth occasionally, I'm not saying always don't enter these community challenges and these competitions and stuff from other YouTubers, but one thing I'll say is just stop and think, will it enhance your hobby? If you think it will, then it might be worth it to you to enter, but seriously consider it may hinder your hobby more than help it. That's all I've got for you in this video, and this guy here is just he's gobsmacked now that I've taken over the video. He's frozen in time. So don't forget to check out the links in the description below to Skarner's channel, Plastic Crack Gaming, to the 40k Orc community on Facebook, to the Yiddick Bay Unification group on Facebook, and also to my Patreon, where you can help support the channel monetarily to pay for things like Mortal Realms magazines in the future, but then extra lighting, new equipment and stuff like that going forward as well. Thanks very much for all the support I've had so far, and thanks very much for watching. I'll see you on the battlefield.